moment, like the clock is broken. Never stopping, never slowing. Yeah, we're living wide open. Unwinding every moment, like the clock is broken. Never stopping, never slowing. Yeah, we're living wide open. We know we are.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. In today's game, we've got two middle linebackers who will be looking to lead their defenses to victory. It's Johnson's Chiefs going up against Cushing's Texans. With that, let's get on out to Houston. We're standing by as our commentary team, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Larry, it is set to host Super Bowl 51 on February 5th of next year as you take a look inside NRG Stadium here in Houston. Coming up, it's a rematch from last year's AFC wildcard round between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Houston Texans. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 12. And it'll give the Texans a first down. So the pickup there for Lamar Miller. And he actually shredded his current team last year when he played against them. 175 yards, another 61 in the air, and 2 touchdowns.
I guess that's a classic example of if you can't stop him, go get him, put him on your team. Lamar Miller, big-time pickup for the Texans.
They keep it with Miller on first down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. The wide receivers, often a very, very talented group, and that's the case here.
And they don't mind showcasing it either. Those guys love to be flashy, love to make big plays out in the open field. They will attempt to do so in this game.
The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And now it's third down. And let's take a look at the defensive starters for Kansas City.
When Derek Johnson entered the league as a first-round draft pick, he was known as an outside linebacker with a lot of speed. He's evolved into one of the best inside linebackers in the NFL.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the sack master, Justin Houston, who comes up with it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. It's his first career game, and now he has thrown his first career interception.
So let's face it, that's very simply his welcome to the NFL moment, isn't it?
Get it out of the way, right?
Get it out of the way, and he hopes it'll be the last for this game and not too many in his career.
They'll run now with Ware. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. Andre Howell, the one to bring him down. And certainly a key cog in this offensive wheel is Jeremy Maclin.
You've just got to find ways to get him the ball, whether you put him in the slot or put him out on the perimeter.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Here's Smith now on second down. Caught here by Conley. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. And a look now at the defense for Houston.
When it comes to J.J. Watt, we're about out of superlatives, aren't we? So let's just make this simple. One of the best to ever play the game.
Smith on third down. And that is incomplete. The veteran Jeremy Maclin was the intended target. And it's 4th and 3. Here's Cairo Santos now for the Chiefs field goal. On the right hash. Officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And now they're not going to get the kickoff in time. And that will make this a more difficult prospect. So here's Dustin Colquitt now to punt this away for the Chiefs. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And that's a guy, Lamar Miller, from Miami, went to the University of Miami, was playing for the Dolphins, but now our state.
Yeah, how about that? And sometimes that change of scenery, it may look like it's going to affect him adversely. If he's away from his home for the first time ever, and sometimes you get out on your own somewhere else, that can increase your performance. You only focus on your football.
And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
And that's why defense coordinators always preach 11 guys to the ball. Because sometimes you have a missed tackle, but if you have a swarm of guys around, less room for them to roam even after the first missed tackle. In this case, tackle was missed, plenty of open field to get after that.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
All right, here we go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And the hook up here with Jalen Strong complete. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. And on 2nd and 10 now.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team. We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And here we go on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Miller. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Now it's Smith off the bootleg. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Got the hand caught up in the grill of the face mask. 15-yard penalty.
So tough for a defender. You're trying so hard to make a play, and the way that these offensive guys can move around, sometimes your hand gets into the wrong place.
Smith on first down. And he's got the hook up for the first time with a veteran, Jeremy Maclin. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
On first down, Smith. Eluding the pressure right. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And they get 28 yards on that one. Good enough for a Kansas City first down.
And there's a completion to Travis Kelsey. I think he's starting to come into his own as a tight end and as a player, and that makes his quarterback, Alex Smith, really happy.
On first down, it's Smith. He's got the hook up with Conlon. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
To the air again, Smith. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Again, Smith escaping the pressure right. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out comes Houston. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now let's go! 319! 319!
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. He'll drop to throw. Miller on the catch over the middle. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They'll run it again with Miller. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
One of the toughest things for an offensive lineman to learn is the ability to get in space and hit people who are moving targets. And linebackers are not easy ones to hit because they know how to move, juke, and make you miss. And that's exactly what he did on that play. A nice play for the defense.
Looking to throw. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. A couple of Chiefs there to bring him down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Second down following the run.
Detroit!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They've got to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs here. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. Trying to lay one up deep. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Tyreek Hill with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
That's fielded in the end zone. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered. He's able to get a hand in and knock it away.
2nd down here after the incomplete pass. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Hopkins on the ground over the middle. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
A couple of Chiefs there to bring him down. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
That changed in a big way. The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, free safety was there, no gain.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll drop to throw. He's got the completion to Strong. Shedding the tackler that gives him some room. Touchdown, Houston. Jalen Strong, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Airing one out for Macklin, deep downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. And the 2-minute warning lurking. This will probably be the last play before we hit it.
Yeah, they want to get themselves in position to score in this last shot before the clock hits.
Time to step aside. We're back to Houston after this timeout. And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on third down after that sack. Out of the gun, Smith. Buying time to his left. And this is going to be incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. Now fourth down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. Standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. That's pulled in at the 32. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Texans take possession. And now out comes Houston. And that last drive, a long drive. But not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They'll come out in the pistol. Now this time he'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he comes back with one complete. A gain of 13 and also the first down.
And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The NFL sack leader from 2014, Justin Houston, in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016. And look at this, it's a fake. And this is caught. He hits more. And the fake will work. He's going to have a first down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll look to throw, and he's got it over the middle, Fedorowicz. Now the ball comes loose, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now here comes Kansas City. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Following the fumble recovery, Smith to the right side, complete to Escobar. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. They'll fake it. Now Smith. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Off of play action, here's Smith. Going for the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Jeremy Maclin, the intended receiver. And it's now 4th and 3. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 18. Stays on his feet. So possession goes over here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And now out comes Houston. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Setting up the screen for Miller. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Tyreek Hill on the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Second down now after the incompletion.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. And that's going to be incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. And that takes us from second to third down. Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. Now it's Smith off the bootleg. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Smith on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. The reigning defensive player of the year, J.J. Watt, in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Big sack on second down. Now the offense needs to convert here on third. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. They'll roll him out right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And it's taken in at the 9. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Another pistol look here. Now this time he'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On the run, it's Ware. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. And quickly, they get to the line. To throw on second down is Smith. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Spencer Ware, the intended target. And it's third down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
And the dreaded third and long here for the offense. Throwing is Smith. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And it's fourth down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Here's Dustin Colquitt now. He's been terrific so far. And the play clock about to expire. Andy Reid notices it and takes a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Lamar Miller. And he stopped immediately there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
They'll run with Miller, trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
There's so many things that go into playing the position of linebacker. Some of them are actually subtle. Doing the drill work that you do all the time in practice and carrying it over to the game. Get rid of blockers and get to the ball carrier and knock him down for a loss.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw. And Miller with it over the middle. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Taking it about the 16. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get... things going in the excitement area.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Smith. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look. 6 DBs. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Flushed out right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Sam Acho able to get outside the numbers and drop him for a loss of a yard. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Pulled in at the 24. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, it's time for them to give them a rest. You took the words right out of my mouth. 10 yards still left on 2nd down.
No, check.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And to the left side, Fedorowicz has it. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
So still in search of the 1st down after that last completion.
All right, here we go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. And they're going to speed things up here.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play. They decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
So 2nd and 10 here. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, look at the juke. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
Here we go now. Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. The catch made by Miller. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's got time. And this one is incomplete. Good job by the O-line. Quarterback had time to go through his checks. That's one you need to take advantage of.
A perfect situation, and they're unable to take advantage of it. When you have that much time to scan the field, you have to find an open receiver.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. The gun. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Derek Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now here comes Kansas City. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
After the interception, here's Smith. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Shift together here from the D-line. Now Smith. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. On 1st and 10, Smith. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. To throw on 2nd down is Smith. He's got the hookup with Conley. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Dancing to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And 3 interceptions in this game, and I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Hurry up, here we go.
Again, it's Miller. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, plenty of credit has to go to the guy carrying the ball. He broke the tackle and gained the yardage. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the defender's bad. They're not going to make 100% of the tackles all the time. Even the best in the game will miss one occasionally. The key is not to let it snowball and miss tackle after tackle.
And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Miller will get it. He has been busy today. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he cuts it out to the sideline. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10.
I know it's all smiles on the offensive side of the ball right now, but you and I both know the entire mindset was just pick up the first down. What do you call that? One of those gravy plays?
Gravy, absolutely. They got more than they bargained for.
Love the way it turned out for them. Couldn't imagine going into the play that they thought this would be the end result.
Yeah, the defense got to be shaking their head, though. Now a run. This is Alfred Blue. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Tie game late, and the offense really has to be conscious of the clock here as it's becoming a factor late in this ball game. On 2nd down, here's Miller. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. They come out here in the eye. And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
All right, now look at that. No, check. Patriots.
Now it's Miller. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming.
But it was stopped on that play. But he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
And Novak's kick is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Now then, it's a big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th. But, Charles, there is still time left for a final drive.
Brandon, you know they would have liked to take the clock down just a little bit further, at least under a minute or so, but this was not over yet, especially since they just need a field goal.
Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
They'll come out in the pistol. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. He hits Macklin. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
To the right side, and he's got Macklin. Complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. He's back to throw. And he'll go right back to Macklin. It's complete again. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
Back to throw. Being chased out left. Caught. Kelsey, left side. It's a pickup of 21. And it'll give the Chiefs a first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Back to throw. Backing up. Now he's flushed out left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Houston, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.
Hello, my name is Kamal. I am from the clouds. I'm a human now, but I used to be a raindrop. Word up, I'm really good at putting words up. I make them levitate and circle with the birds. I don't need to force it, I let it occur. Whatever occurs, thank you. Feel like I was touched by an angel. Once again, a whole nother angle. I got a lot of holes in my ankle. I got a lot of love and a whole lot of ignorance, and that's a good thing if you want to relate. I'm just trying 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 to relate.